What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Cryptocurrency Alliance Technical Talk series. I'm your host, Dave Rodriguez, one of the head traders here at the Cryptocurrency Alliance. Now, in today's video, we are going to break down Bitcoin, the king of all crypto and number one on every chart that we can see out there. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed that wherever Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market tends to follow. If Bitcoin goes through the roof, the rest of the market follows. If Bitcoin dives, so do our Blockfolio accounts. And I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll be explaining what I see from a chart trader's point of view, and I'll be giving you guys some insight on where I think Bitcoin is headed next. First, I want to rewind real quick and let you guys know that I'm super pumped that you guys are all here today. I'm super pumped to have this channel, and I want to thank you for joining us. Now, if you're brand new to investing in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, then in these daily videos, you're going to learn the ins and outs of trading using technical analysis right alongside me every morning. I'll be here. I hope you guys join us. Now, if you are a more experienced trader, you know how to read those charts, and you've won some great profit, then these videos are going to give you guys confirmation on the current analysis that you may already have, or maybe give you some insight on some things you could be missing that I am not. Or vice versa. We're all here in the community. We're all here to learn together. Guys, at the end of the day, we all just want to have fun and make money as a result. Now, I really truly believe that as a group and as a community, we're stronger together, guys. Communication is key, and that's why we created the Cryptocurrency Alliance in the first place. Bottom line is, guys, trading crypto is about gathering information. Everything that you have, all the outlets, whether it's news or whether it's the information given to you on the charts, and making an educated decision on where you think Bitcoin is headed next, where you think the market's going. Now, we're here to provide you with the tools and techniques that we use to become successful traders, and now with those tools, you guys can make educated decisions as well. So with that said, I want to dive right into today's charts. I want to dive right into today's analysis. But first, I want to mention that for anybody that stays to the very end of the video, we have 2 free gifts, compliments of the Cryptocurrency Alliance and myself, to give you guys. It's only about 10 or 15 minutes of your day. I guarantee you're going to get some great free value in this video. So stay to the end. Let's go to the charts. Let's get me off this screen, and let's get started. I'll see you guys on the inside. Okay, guys, here we go. We'll start with the monthly chart. I like to break it down from the outside in. And since we're going to break this thing down, we should break it down the way it's supposed to be. So, we can see here clearly, this is the monthly chart. This is this month. This is last month. Clearly bullish. Broke these 2 lows right here, right around that $7,000 area. Didn't quite get through this low here. Seems like we came back down and tested on this month. But notice how it came down to the MAs. Right now, the MAs are squeezing this price. This price is being squeezed closer and closer. See how the distance between the MAs comes closer and closer together. Now, we could see maybe a spike back up to the top of the MA, around 7,400. In that area. Could see a break below the MA. Could it come down to the next region? I'd say that's around 5,000. That's 45,000, 4,800 area would be one of my next areas for this thing to collapse down to in the long picture. There's levels in between that could stop it. When we look at the monthly charts, we're looking at an overall picture, okay? We want to see the trend. The trend is obviously down, okay? So we are looking at a down trend when we look at the markets. We should always know in the back of our head that we are in a downtrend. We are in a bearish market. So, we'll note that here. We know we're in a downtrend. We are in a bearish market. Okay? When this thing starts to turn the corner and starts to break these highs in here, obviously we're going to be bullish, especially these guys in here. I mean, even this one. To get this one to be broken around this $8,000 region would be huge. Okay, so that's the monthly. That's the long picture. Right now, we're still looking pretty bearish. I mean, it could come back down to here. It could bounce right off of this MA. This MA could could continually hold as support, which has been doing very well right now, keeping this price up. following this price very well. All right, let's take a deeper look. Let's take a deeper look. Let's look down at the daily chart. Let's go over to the daily chart. All right, so what do we got? Big downtrend, obviously. Second here. Big downtrend. Looks like we got a little bit of a break of a trend here. Okay. Got a little bit of a break of a trend. Okay. We're going down. Obviously bearish. Got a couple of taps. We got a tap here. We got another break here. This is where Bitcoin decided to break, retest the MAs. Also crossed right here. The 18 EMA is now at the bottom, which is the strongest MA. So it's holding as support in this region. So right now we are in what's called a counter trend, because remember, the trend is bearish and we are in a downtrend. But currently we are in a counter trend. Until this counter trend is broken, we are bullish temporarily. Okay, remember, the trend is downwards. The trend is bearish. But we have a counter trend right now, which means we are fighting against the current stronger trend to see if we can break the highs. We have not been able to break these highs. Let me show you. Right in here somewhere. I mean, look how it stops. Look how well it's respected. Right here, the market completely halts. Breaks through, retests this zone, retests this area. Denied. Okay, another retest. Okay, now you can't really break too much down on this daily chart. You want to if you want to kind of get into these intraday trades, you got to start breaking it down a little bit more. Remember, these charts here are for the long haul. So right now, I'm temporarily bullish on a counter trend line, but I'm overall bearish. So until this line here, this trend line breaks, I am going to be slightly bullish. Okay, but right now we're at a pivotal moment because we're at a point in history that continually shows resistance. We can go all the way back, guys. Okay, it's not just here, it's always back further. We can keep going back further and show that this area is a resistant area. Lots of buyers and sellers in these areas. Okay, so let's break it down a little further. Notice I'm just using my MAs right now. We have an MA up here. Could Bitcoin bounce up and touch the $8,000 region once it breaks these highs? Remember on the last chart, guys, we said that maybe you can come up and touch the MA at the top. Okay, if we line this up here, okay, that's 7,500. Well, let's line it up. Maybe you can come up and touch this MA here. That's 7,500. Okay, this here is at 7,900. Could it come up this way? Could it get into this area here? Could it get into this area here? Could it get into this area here? If it gets into this area here, we're around 7,500. We can keep right on going to test this 200 MA on the daily chart. Okay, so my predictions right now is we've got a break of this area here, broke above it. Now, if we break above this 67.55 area, if we can get a clean daily break right up here that stays, that I call it that prints, that means that this line has a candle that goes completely through it and stays up here. Okay, if we can get something like that to happen, I said in the last video that we did, we will see some continued upside. But let's break this thing down even more, guys. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart and see what it has to show us. Okay, now we're on the 4-hour. We could see the RSI, which is the tool below. The RSI is a relative strength index. The RSI kind of shows you where price is moving, whether price is oversold, whether price is overbought. If it is all the way at the top towards this black dotted line, I like to leave it way up at 90. You can leave it at different areas of resistance, but anything above 70 is in the overbought area, which means too many people have bought it. It needs to go down some. Price needs to correct. The opposite happens if it's down here. Okay, anything below 30 right now at the current prices. If you look over here to the left, you can see it's at current price is at 61. So down here at the bottom, it was at 21. Okay, so anything below 30 is oversold, which means now there needs to be a correction to the upside. Notice when price was over here, we were in oversold territory. Price spiked up, price came down, oversold territory again, spiked up again. Now we're kind of in the middle. We're kind of ranging. We're getting more towards the overbought than oversold. But that's one thing I like to check out when I use the relative strength index or the RSI. You find that by going right here to indicators, guys, and typing in RSI, and it's right here. Okay. All right, so let's break this down a little bit. Looks like we have a counter trend. Long-term trend is down. We found some bottom right here, and now we're trying to work our way up. Okay, so we've got one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch, looking for a third touch in here maybe. Okay, remember we had that resistance that we haven't been able to break. That's right in here. Even it out just a little bit. Something like that. Can't be perfect. Okay, so it's building up, guys. And if you also notice, we are creating some sort of a wedge, a rising wedge. And if anybody knows anything about a rising wedge, you will know that most of them, there's about a 75% chance that Bitcoin will fall. Okay? There's a 75% chance that Bitcoin will fall by the numbers, guys. All right? Now, if we get a closure up and above this big area, if we can break these highs in here and get out of all this rejection and create some new support out of this, instead of this being rejection, it's going to create a floor. If we could get up and above here, then we're going to continue to go bullish, guys. And I'm looking for that, 72, 74. I like to keep going as levels. I don't like to say, hey, we're going to 8,000. I like to take it level by level, guys. So as we look here, we have a really good chance of Bitcoin falling to the downside. There's about a 75% chance of Bitcoin falling. It's been struggling to break the highs. There's about a 30% chance of Bitcoin busting up above this resistance that's been holding us down for ever so long. And it's going to turn around, bounce off that support, and keep breaking. But in my eyes, I see this wall holding. I see this channel breaking. And I see Bitcoin falling just because, I trade by the rules. And in my eyes, if you see a rising wedge coming off a bearish pattern, you take that trade, because I'm not going to throw a bunch of other rules and complicate myself. I trade certain patterns only when they play out to perfection. When the pattern plays out and the pattern meets resistance, okay? This pattern is a bearish pattern. It's coming down. It's rising wedge, and it has met a big resistance area. Also, it has risen 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so we've got 3 kind of rises here, and it's holding every time it goes up. So I'm looking for maybe another attempt, maybe even another attempt like this, and then a complete collapse, or a collapse here, but not as far. We'll get a little collapse like this. We'll break up, and then we will collapse to the downside. This is my analysis right here, guys. This is what I believe is going to happen. But remember, there's always that slight chance. Right now is about a 30% chance that this trade could turn around on us, retest the lows, and continue higher. Okay, so I want to show you guys a little bit of insight on how I look at this market, how I'm trading it, and what I've done in the last couple of days here. So I want to show you this. Okay, this is the actual chart that I trade on. Okay, and I want to show you how I'm approaching this. I'm fully aware that Bitcoin could keep rising. Okay, there's a good chance that could happen. But if we look at this area here, okay, just look at how we're mimicking each other. If we look at this area here, you will clearly see this trade. Okay? I saw rising. I saw the same thing I'm seeing now. I see a rise. I see an area that it cannot get through. You know, right in here, a lot of rejection, lot of rejection, lot of rejection. Can't get through it. Spikes to the upside. Hammer candles, reversal patterns. And I decided to take my sell stop, place it right here at this low. When price collapsed and fell through it. See, I wasn't going to try to catch, you know, a knife. They call it catching a knife when you're trying to place sells in here because it could keep going. I don't want to take that risk. If it pops off and it keeps going north, I'm not going to take that risk. So I'm going to wait till it completely collapses through my sell stop. Remember, a sell stop means that at this price, at 65.86, when price falls through or hits that point, my sell, my trade will be activated automatically. I don't have to be here. I am prepared for it. So it'll be activated. So once it was activated, it fell within 12 hours, less than 12 hours, straight to my take profit, which was all the way down at 62.55. Okay? And once I saw that happen, I got out of the trade immediately. It came back up. I could have got some more profit, but like I said, guys, I had the trade in. I'd set it up. It was done before I even came back to the computer. I forgot I even put it in because that's what you got to do, guys. Take the analysis, take the trade, forget about it, let it play itself out. Don't psych yourself out. This is the trade I took the other day. What is the difference between this trade and this trade? Can anybody tell me? What is the difference? Absolutely nothing in my eyes. It looks absolutely identical. It looks absolutely identical, guys. Okay? So I'm seeing the same exact thing play out again. So what am I going to do? The same exact thing, guys. My stop loss is going to be up here. It's going to be about, you know, 50, 60, 70 bucks above the highs, maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'll move it here. If price goes up, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't bother me. If my analysis is correct and price collapses, yes, I'll miss all this area in here, but my risk has completely lowered itself. Okay? I'm not taking the risk of selling here and then it's spiking through, you know, and taking that short stop loss trade. I'd rather wait for the trade to show me what it's going to do, fall out of place, break the structure, break this counter trend line, and give me confirmation that she's ready to fall. You know, because then I know I'm in the right place. Once it falls, I could take another trade in this area up here with the same stop loss. But this is for me to have that security blanket to know that if I walk away or if I go to sleep or I have other stuff to do and price decides to fall, it will fall through this area and it will reach all the way down in this area somewhere at some point. So I'll be in the trade and I'll leave it as is. Now, like I said, guys, not everybody trades the way I trade. I learned from different people, a couple of people in particular. They are my mentors. I trade like they trade because it works for me. There's so many different styles. There's so many different ways. There's so much information that you can take out of these trades. But the object is to find something that works for you, find something that wins more than loses, and stick with it. Keep learning, but don't try to keep recreating what you're doing. If it works, continue to use it. I like to trade breakouts. I like to trade patterns. I like to wait for the market to show me what it's going to do before I actually make my decision. Go one way really far. Let me see how you react to that huge price increase or decrease. And then let me take my trade, because normally 9 times out of 10, the market's trying to fake you out and make you think the market's going one way, when in all reality, it's got all its plans in the world to go the other. And I know you guys know what I mean. So that's all I have for you guys today. What we're going to do now is give you guys a quick tip. When you see a pattern and you know the rules are being followed, don't think about it anymore, guys. Don't psych yourself out. Take the trade. Just take the trade. That's all you have to do. Follow the rules. Do not second guess yourself and take the trade. Hey guys, welcome back, my friends. That's all I have for you today. Please like this video right below. Comment on the video. We would definitely love to know what your thoughts are. Do you agree with my analysis? Did I miss anything? What are your thoughts and predictions as to where the market is headed next? Because we'd love to see your input. Love to hear your input. Remember that together we're stronger, guys. We cannot stress that enough. That's what the cryptocurrency is all about. The community that we're currently building is making smarter trades together and joining forces, guys. The masses is what's going to help us gain knowledge and learn in this community. Oh, before I forget, guys, I did mention this earlier. I have a couple of free gifts for you guys that you made it to the end. Below is a video. Below this video, guys, is a cryptocurrency consumer guide link. It's absolutely free. It's a must-read for anyone looking to make money in the crypto industry, investing in Bitcoin or other altcoins. So grab your free copy today. Watch the free training class that comes along with it. You're going to learn something. Click the link below or simply type in bitcoinconsumerguide.com/YT as in YouTube. That's bitcoinconsumerguide.com YT as in YouTube. Guys, I'm your crypto coach, Dave Rodriguez. I'll see you guys tomorrow on another series of Technical Talk. Now get out of here.